Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Grim Dawn, Ashes of Malmouth. Let's get back out there with Diana Toil and make some more progress towards Malmouth. Now heads up everyone that I recorded a little bit of this earlier. I mean, I recorded a few videos and uploaded them already, but I didn't like how it came out. I began babbling, I was all over the place, and it was just no good. I tried talking about Xenonauts and why I really liked the game and so on, and it was god-awful. So today, I made some notes about the game to keep my mind on track while we play. The bad news is, though, is that I have done some stuff off screen. So we're going to spend some time here first, and we're going to read our quest log, which should sum up the things that we've talked about here. Rather, that I talked to them about. So, we have a Witch's Bargain. Guardia of the Coven of Ungdenbog has accepted your offering and agreed to help you in finding a way through the Etherfire. In a way, finding Olga may be just a key to reaching Malmouth, through the Chthonic Void. Before she helps you, there is one more thing you must do for her. Retrieve the Ungdenbog fetish from the Desians of a nearby village called Barrowholm. Head out east from the Coven's refuge and make your way through the bog, headed north, until you see the buildings. I don't think I can bring up the actual quest text. And I think that's the only quest that I've done. That's the only quest I accepted. There was another quest there, which I'll show her when we get to the actual Coven. And then we'll cover the Coven really quick, and what's there, and then we'll head out into the wild. Okay, so when we last stopped off, we had just earned this portal. And I didn't realize it, but the Coven was right here. Maybe I did realize it, but I still didn't venture in and see them. So this is another quest hub, or rather another hub, I suppose. So you got a place to store goods here. You have people who will sell stuff. You have a new reputation, new bounty. The stuff on the table is for level 65 and higher, which makes me think I am incredibly underleveled or undergeared for this location. With that in mind, we're going to actually put on magic loot, because we're going to need to upgrade our gear when we find some better stuff. There is a new respec trainer. Nova, I think is her name? Novi. Oh, it's not Navi? Hey, listen! Yeah, she's over there, so that's good if you want to pay costs for it. Over here, I think this is her? Nope, this isn't her. That's her, over in this direction. There is Ralia. You might not remember, but on the way from Homestead north to Sorrow's Bastion, there was a witch which is being burned at the stake. And it turns out that if you saved her, she shows up here. She gives you 2,000 experience and tells you a little bit of lore for rescuing her. She also, I think, gives you a potion, I think it was her who gave it to us, that lets you reset all of your devotion points for free. This way you don't have to pay the cost of doing so normally. And I think that's about it. I did go out, you can see that I did some clearing, and I stopped here because I really didn't like how the video was coming out. We will re-clear all this stuff together, and we'll talk about Grim Dawn and about Xenonauts this episode. I think I want to limit my talking about other games to one game per video, and then, God help us all, I'm going to have to think about other stuff to talk about. Oh, hello! Guardian Cynthia, you have a quest for us. Is our reputation with your faction? It's not friendly yet. Greetings, outsider. I am told that you are heading into Ungdenbog. Brave of you. I was wondering if you could assist us in an important matter while you are out there. What do you have in mind? Matron Malestria has... Is that right? Malestria? Yeah. Has been reaching out across Karn, calling witches to gather here in relative safety. Once they arrive, their survival becomes my responsibility until they get accustomed to life in Ungdenbog. Most of those that Malestria was able to commune with have arrived, except for a few stragglers. It has been some time, though, and we suspect that something has happened to our future sisters. If you find yourself out in Ungdenbog, please look around. If you see any of them if any of them have got lost, well, I can't talk today at all, or worse, captured by the roaming cannibals. Even though they are not yet under my care, I feel a certain responsibility to their well-being. But I cannot simply leave the refuge. If you do this for me, I will see to it that you are aptly rewarded with some of our supplies. I'll find them. I'm viewing Diana as actually wanting to work with these people. Be interesting if you could refuse all help from these and work with a different faction. Also, let it be known that this place, it feels very similar to Kurast from Diablo 2. We have, like, then again, it's a swamp, you know, so there's not going to be many swamp places which look, oh, that different. Can we look inside the huts? No, we cannot. Oh, wow, look at all the skins they have sewn on that. That is amazing. Look at that. Look at the skins. Like, you can see, like, the leather reptile skin here. Here's some fur skins instead. That's fantastic. Yeah, as you know, I'm a huge fan of swamps. I love swamps, and this is amazing. I absolutely adore this. Right, but first thing we have to do is go back out there and recover something for the sisters, so that they can defend this place. Which reminds me of the, what was it called, the Shakti, the dagger you had to get in Diablo 2. Oh, you didn't have to get it, I suppose. You could just not do the quest, but you got a rare ring from Ormus. You now speak to Ormus. I forget. I think that was a gentleman's name. Alright, well, let's get out there and do some swamp stuff. And look at the swamp. This looks fantastic. You have these floating batches of moss floating out here. Ah, God, it's so beautiful. I love the water look as well. Alright, well, let's get started. Kill all the things, then. Nice. Kill them all. Thank you, totems. There's a lot of stuff down there today. We can take a look at all the gear after we get back to town. Okay, so... Oh, hello, Foot. Seeing something like this reminds me of Civilization 1? I never played any other Civilizations. What was the World Wonder? The Colossus. Oh god, let's run. Which would give you a 50% bonus to your economy during that age. Ah, god, I miss playing the Civilization series. Aren't they up to like 7 now or something ridiculously high like that? I think. Wait for me, Mr. Crab. I think they are. Oh, wait! There's something else I wanted to do. Okay, we're going back to town. And the town we have to go back to is actually Devil's Crossing. So I've been playing the game a lot off-screen, way too much. Don't worry, I have not made any new progress off-screen with any of my other characters. Diana's going to be the character we're going to see everything new with. However, my other characters are running around, gathering all... What is this, by the way? Poison, pierce resistance, cold damage, poison damage. I could use that poison resistance. The pierce resistance arguably as well. What level is this? 40? 47... No, we'll keep our current one. Oh, hold on. So, I've been running around getting all the devotion shrines with my other characters.
Got any more scrap metal?
During that time, I've been unlocking new craftables. And in fact, I probably should point out here, when we first began playing this game a long time ago, we would find all sorts of different components out in the world. But I haven't noticed any regular drops for anything beyond a few of the common items, like polished emeralds drop a lot. So do searing embers, chilled steel, cracked lodestones, ichor. Most of the other stuff, I've not seen it drop anymore. And I'm getting the impression that the developers of the game
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Want you to have to create these items now. Instead. I just thought that was interesting. A very interesting change. Anyway, right. So, one of the things I've also been gathering, because I've been doing this stuff, is more relics. There is Death Chill, which I'm tempted to take for Diana. This is, as you can see, 20% cold, cold fatality resistance. Fatality resistance is what I'd be interested in. And a lot of cold damage, plus cold aura, which would help us with our Sky Shard. We also, though, do lots of lightning damage. Actually, I guess that would also help, maybe help my pet. The Wind Devils, because don't they do some cold damage? Oh, they don't! They do with Raging Tempest.
What brings you to my forge?
There's another one, though. What is it? There's a new ability, a new one of these, which I found. which like summons this. It sounded like this huge amount of lightning damage under you. No, it's not Squall. All right, we're gonna take a look for it really quick. Oh, hello, Ancestor. I'd love to have you. 20% all damage, 40 plus 1 all skills, 20% to my my Tempest as well. All right, well, let's look around for other things instead. So there was a... Oh, Blight's nice. Flagration, is that what I want? No, that's fire. Chill. Desolation. This would be it. Because... What does it do for you, Tim? Lightning and electrocute damage, plus 32 and 47%. So I lose a little bit of cold Oh, but we would lose Ice Surge. Oh, but that's a reactive ability. Is that what this is too? That's what this is as well. Never mind. This might not be as good as I was hoping. It's probably better than what we're currently using. What does it require? It requires a conflagration. Do I really want to use all of this for it? Guess if we don't like it, we can give it to someone else. It's not like I have... Well, I do have a few people using conflagration. What do you require? Inferno. Can I make another Inferno? We can make tons of Infernos. How about a Ruination? Yes, we can. Alright, there's no reason then why I shouldn't make it. Let's do it. So that gives us a Conflagration, which we're not going to use. However, I am going to use a Desolation. Let's give this a try for a little bit. So we lose Ice Surge. Instead, we gain a passive, I think. So with that in mind, I guess we can put the Bloodbound ointment down here instead.
If you find any blueprints, bring them back here.
We'll hold on the Glacier, just in case we want it instead. So we're losing a little bit of cold damage. We pick up a good deal of lightning and electrocute. Oh, wow, the completion bonus is nice. 8% damage to ethereals. That'll be useful, I'm guessing, for when we eventually reach Malmeth. Assuming we're still using this component at that point. Alright, let's get back out there again. Oh, did I do anything else off-screen? Did I put enchantments on this? I think you guys were there when I put the Divine Flame and Arcovian Rose Powder onto those. Alright, well, let's do this, Tim. Get out there and begin exploring the spots you haven't explored yet. All the while admiring how wonderful all the trees look. Oh, look at the mossy thing. Earth growing around this. I love the sound effects, too. I'm going to have to rip them from the game at some point. This is great. I love this. Alright, Tim. Let's begin talking about Xenonauts for a little bit. Right, so actually we can talk about a bunch of stuff, maybe, so you remember how to do it. So, last time I was talking about all these games I played, and how happy I was to actually defeat them this year. Holy crap, that's a big creature. Damage him a little... Is he dead? Oh, awesome. I thought it was a boss. All your things in front of them, Tim. Nice. Good work. What is this? Junk. Yes. And I wanted to revisit that talk again, because I kind of just do a very quick amount of notes about it. Oh, wow, that thing really hurt me. Lowers my defensive ability as well. Help! Everything here's so fast, and it's immune to being slowed. That is so annoying. These things remind me of the ice creatures back on the way to Fort Icon, I think. No. Wait, yes. Maybe? Yes.
That skill's not ready.
Giant goat versions of them instead. Alright, I began talking about something and I'm getting confused. Let's not do that again, Tim. You don't want to have to scrap this recording as well. Yes, so I began talking about all sorts of different games, but it was really brief. I like to go a little more in depth about why I like the games that I played, or what about them really was memorable for me. So, oh god! Help! Another one. Dump some more things on them. The plant showed up as well. What the heck? Plant shouldn't be showing up randomly. Alright, we won. Holy crap, that was terrifying, though. Take all this stuff, along with all your Mujik Iker. Yes. So I began talking about all the games I had played, but it was very, very brief. And in the end, I really wanted to do the games a little more justice. So let's talk about Xenonauts. Right, so first off, as I've mentioned before, I know I mentioned this, I play all the games I... Oh, Bloodlust, that's a boss. I play all the games I played mostly because it encourages me to actually finish them when I begin. This is... Holy crap. Oh, it's a two-handed weapon. That could still be good. That's going to have to go to someone else. So I saw all that lightning damage. That was amazing. Oh, look at the giant, horrible, stinky plants. Actually, these look like, oh, what are they called? I think are they called these pitcher plants? These will eat insects that get trapped in them. With the nutrients, it's wonderful. Well, I mean, I don't think there's any that are that big, but it reminds me of these giant flowers, which I know reek. They really stink. But their objective is to attract flies. They don't really care about butterflies or the like. Well, I guess butterflies are a type of fly, aren't they? Are they? No, you're not, Tim. I don't know. You're not a entomologist, so you shouldn't say anything about it. Right. Back to Xenonauts, because I'm getting distracted. Great. First, kill your teleporting butts. So, right. So, I play games to help me actually finish them. And so for Xenonauts, I was really in the mood to play a tactical, turn-based game. It was a toss-up between XCOM or that game, or Masters of Magic. But there's so many other people who play Masters of Magic, and there aren't that many people who were playing through Xenonauts. And to be fair, Masters of Magic, well, the AI cheats a whole lot in that game. While I really like Masters of Magic, God. Now that I'm aware of just how... way too fast. Now that I'm aware of just how badly the game cheats, I have trouble playing through that one again. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So, I chose Xenonauts, and wow, that game was awesome. I really enjoyed playing through it. It was a little frustrating for some parts, so we'll cover that in a few more seconds here. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad I played through the game. So, what did I really like about the game? Because that's what I want this talk to be about. So, the ground combat, especially, was fantastic. The maps were very large and varied, so that's going to be... It's up here. Pick my chaos resistance. Try to... Oh, what's up, everybody? Oh, God! Woo! God, it was horrible! Some of this chaos, or all the dead bodies, I guess, that she was gathering her strength from. We managed to win. Oh my goodness, that was close. So our mending potions, we're using a ton of those. And what do we earn for our trouble? Casting speed, that's not good enough for us. Empowered Stormcaller's Spellblade. Holy crap! That is a crap ton of lightning damage. That actually is something we will consider. But we had to be level 58 for it. Oh, a new weapon. Alright, we'll take a look at that blueprint as well. The rest of this we'll just pick up as vendor. What's this blueprint do? Oldajax, epic two-handed ranged weapon, cold and lightning. Plus with all skills in Shaman. Requires 419 cunning. We might actually want to use that. If the bonuses affect my spells, we'll consider it. Although we lose frostburn and electrocute damage, we pick up an amazing amount of cold and lightning. 143 something? Probably have to end up going for that. Ugh. Yeah, so first off, there was quite a large variety of maps. I'll say that where you fought didn't did not differ that much, though. Which is to say that, like, once you've seen maybe 5 or 6 different types of terrain, you've seen all the different types of terrain that you're going to be fighting in. Which can make it, I guess I can make it a little, boring? Well, yeah, because there's not as much variety as, say, the original. Actually, the original XCOM didn't have that much variety either, if I recall correctly. I think oh god, lost him. I think a bunch of fans released other map packs for that game as well. Woo! What do we get here? Oh yeah, the swamp spawns these random moving, boiling piles of ooze like this. It's not a boss, it's just guarding the boss's loot, apparently. I want all that. Alright, we'll come back for you then. Keep clearing out the swamp. Right, I began talking about Xenonauts, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the maps, yes. Oh god, another boss. Help! Oh god, we're gonna your power, Tim, this is when you drop your spells.
That skill's not ready.
Woo! Yeah, for Mirror of Erectal Case. Alright, we did it! Holy crap, that was terrifying. Are you gone? Move out of the way, thank you. Grab all this stuff then. Carry on. Angry water. The AI was extraordinarily good. Very rarely have I fought an AI that... Okay, so as usual, there's going to be caveats here, but the AI was fantastic. It flanked you. It definitely tried to stay out of your line of sight. I never thought the AI was being dumb. Even if it ran someone out, mostly for vision to see where you were located, you could probably kill 1 or 2 enemies that way, but it was just fantastic. And I was always nervous that... Careful, thorn wave. Oh, what the heck? What is that nonsense? Careful of the Bornova.
Can't do that.
Is that all of you? So many bosses are out here. Holy Ungdenbloom. Oh god, plant! Help! Plant's dead. There were 2 bosses? Oh, that's fantastic. Take and vendor all the things. Especially because we spent a lot of money making this new component. I think I like the component. I don't really notice a... It's just doing more lightning electric... Tim, you're babbling. Well, we're going to keep it. I'm not noticing any decrease in power. Come over, Acre. Yeah, so the AI it knew how to flank you, it avoided line of sight whenever possible, especially the freaking Reapers. God, I hated those things. And you had to be careful because every corner could be housing an enemy just holding onto their TUs, waiting to ambush you when you rounded the corner. I'd say a complaint I have about that is that I really wish you could peek around corners a little better in the game. It made it very tricky. Oh god, that was close. Oh, and they spew out poison. Let's try Mr. Brute. The creatures that you fought them as well felt very varied, so the aliens definitely felt different. That is something, though, that all the XCOM series has had going for it, like fighting mutons versus chrysalids versus... Oh, what were the little aliens called? I can't remember now. Well, anyway, because of the different psionic powers they had, like fighting the ethereals felt pretty epic. Same thing when you finally fought the... what were they? The drones? What were they called? Floating... I forget what they're called now for the original XCOM. Discs. Anyway, it was great. It always felt rather unique, and this game kept that up as well. Fighting Wraiths and Kaizens felt completely different to me than fighting Kaizens and... Wait, I said Kaizens and Wraith. Versus Seblians and Reapers. Alright, this is all new stuff now. I have not ventured over here yet. Oh god, another boss. And he's probably Frost Champion. Of course he is. Oh, he's corrupted. That means Ether, yep. So these crabs, they are frost enchanted. Shattered star, ether damage, elemental damage. +1 shattered star. We're just gonna have to vendor that. Level 55. Hello, another frost item. Level 58. This is not good for us, though. We don't, well... Better for Tira. The Frost Mage. Oh, hello. Forgot about my Wisp. We had a long time ago. Well, she's still around. Haven't used her in a while, though. Something else I really liked about the ground combat is that your troops never felt like super soldiers by themselves based on any unique abilities they gained. It was still more important to keep them alive than it was the old XCOM. In fact, that was one of the things I had modded originally. I didn't realize that I wasn't playing XCOM. I wanted it to be XCOM, and it wasn't quite the same. So, the people did not have a high... You don't want a high turnover rate. If that's happening, then you're going to lose. You need to keep your people alive. But they don't have any, like, incredible skills, like dodge all attacks for one round, like the Assaults did in the new XCOM series. Nor do they have, like, you can fire, you can... What else do they have? Like, they didn't have special smoke that was a special ability that the class itself had. You would have to equip them with that gear. And so I like that. They felt more human. And when you finally began getting different pieces of armor and gear, that's what really offset your characters. You felt like your research. Hello. What are you? Oh, you're a fire frost crab. Where did all you come from? Right here, you're gone. That was enough, though, to kill the boss. Wonderful. Awesome. Oh, hello. Hello. How are you doing? Let's vendor some of this stuff. So empowered must be the low-level gear raised up to the new difficulty setting. Remember, everyone, that in this game, I have not played Elite, or whatever the next version is. I'm going to talk in Diablo 2 terms, because that's what I'm familiar with the most with action RPGs. So I haven't played this on Nightmare or Hell mode, this game. I just make a ton of other characters and play through normal instead with them. It's so much fun. Holy crap. It's so relaxing. Right, anyway. Yeah, so I like that your characters did not feel like these superheroes. They felt like normal people. And their gear is what set them off. And the stories you had about who survived what and who made what incredible shot when that door opened to kill the enemy, that's what set them off. Set them aside from just all the other troops in the game. It wasn't... You didn't remember your assault because he was necessarily having any special abilities and you needed to bring someone who could dodge all melee attacks and shoot twice in a single round. You brought this person because he survived so many missions, and he was the guy who, when the door opened, and Kaizen popped his head in, immediately fired with his reaction firing down the thing. Like, that's awesome. I love that stuff. And again, the gear felt amazing. When finally those heavies that you've been priming and struggling to keep them alive the whole time finally get their Praetor armor, whatever it was called. Holy crap. God, they felt so powerful. It was so worth it. Yeah, so ground combat was really amazing. Oh, I'm also a big fan of the TU system over the move and action system. There's nothing wrong with the move and action system. It's good. It provides tactical choices in the game, and I like it. But I like the TU system even more. Yeah, oh god. I didn't play the original XCOM when it had first come out. In fact, it was only, I think, like maybe 4 years ago that I actually played the original XCOM for the first time myself. God, what a fantastic game. The only other game that I had played, well, actually, there were quite a few actual games that had a lot of tactical stuff to them, like Age of Wonders or Masters of Magic. Final Fantasy Tactics would be such a game, which offered an amazing amount of tactics, but that was also a move and attack game. Rather, you get one move and then you get an attack. Oh god, poison. Potion. Oops, sorry. I panicked Wraith, Wisp, I thought you were an enemy. One thing, of course, that I think I mentioned before that I really liked about the game was that in XCOM, in Xenonauts, like the original XCOM, you could build multiple bases. In fact, you had to if you wanted to beat the game, because you didn't get any of these radars, satellites. You instead, oh god, look at the poison damage everywhere. You had to build bases, because they are what had your radar arrays in them. Now, in the original XCOM, if I recall correctly, building a radar station was not enough to let you detect the aliens. There was only a percentage chance you would detect them. And only after capturing an alien navigator and then interrogating him would you be able to guarantee picking up all of the alien aircraft within your radar coverage. I think that's the way that worked. So you didn't want to go too crazy with the radars, or maybe you had to build a certain special different type of detection. It's been like 4 years since I played the original XCOM. In any case, in the new XCOM, you just build satellites, and you put them over different countries to defend them. And whatever enters that country is automatically detected, unless the aliens shoot down that radar. In Xenonauts, however, when you build a base, you build radar stations in it, or you can. Every radar station you build in it increases the radar coverage from that site. And at this point, I should also mention that the radar coverage is incredible for those radars. Like, holy crap! Most radars don't have a radar coverage of the sheer mileage or kilometers that those radars have. Not to my knowledge. Like, you can't build something in Africa and get all of Europe covered with it. No, it doesn't work that way. So, but I understand that it's doing that from a balance perspective. Realistically, you'd have to have individual radars everywhere, which is another thing, by the way. I suppose this is a bit of an odd tangent for me to go on, but I've worked with radars in real life, too. Or rather, I've done radar emulation, I guess I should say. That's a boss, Tim! Keep moving.
Can't do that.
Help! I'm gonna use my special. Run up here, Tim. Kill it. Gotcha, jerk. Whew. Oh, I leveled at some point. Holy crap, we leveled. All right, let's put this into physique. Oh, and did we hit level 50 this turn? No, we've been level 50. We only get 2 points now. Well, I want to work toward Star Pact. So we need to put 1 point here. Our other point, I think, will go into Mirror of Erectetes. We're using this. We're going to be using this more often as we keep playing. So let's get that cooldown down. I like to get the cooldown to 20 seconds recharge, and then that'll do it for us for that skill, I think.
I can't carry anymore.
All right, everyone. We're filled up on inventory space. I'll be right back. I'm going to go and vendor some stuff. Okay, everyone. We're back. So, of the stuff, some of it's stored for the future. I went ahead and swapped over to using the impenetrable Imperial Treads of Spellweaving. Mostly because this has got 640 armor, which is amazing. We picked up lightning and electrocute damage, and we gained some pierce resistance at the cost of some elemental resistance, but you can see based on our stats, we didn't lose any elemental resistance. We still have 80% for everything here. I also equipped this impenetrable Basilic Crest of Prowess because it has a tiny bit of cold damage, but we lost lightning because of it. But we also gained 20% pierce and acid and, well, 27% pierce and 20% acid and poison resistance, and I want that out here pretty badly. It hasn't killed us yet, I think, but just to be safe. Ooh, well, no. I'd have to give up my only ether resistance item at the moment for those shoulders. Alright. Yeah, so we're talking about multiple bases. I've always liked it. I never really liked the one base for the new XCOM. I wanted to do more of the combat. Crap. Oh, God! You were just saying you were going to die. Oh, it hasn't killed you yet, and then you get hit by 2 batches of poison right away. Holy crap. Wow. That was really close, Tim, to killing you. Good thing we got that resistance when we did. Look at the bridge. This is amazing. Wow, this is really dangerous. Walking on these mossy logs. Had to do that a few times. And the swamp's like, oh god, keep running back, Tim. Now charge forward. Use your mirror. Get out of here. Run. Nice, good job, Storm Totem. We almost died, but we made it. Holy crap, it's crazy how much damage we're taking. Actually, it's not. My resistances out here are not the best. Here for the stuff. Yes, so anyway, and you need to build multiple bases, because if you don't build multiple bases, you're not going to get the radar coverage you need. And if you don't get that, you won't be saving the countries. And you need the countries around, because they're the best source of money you're going to get in the game, besides just going out and doing the missions themselves. In addition to the multiple bases, you could build multiple strike teams this time around, which was awesome. Again, I really liked the going with 2 different types of troops out there. It's expensive because you need to hire the troops, make sure all of them live, or as many of them as you possibly can, and you also then want to build equipment and gear for them, so it gets expensive. However, by doing this, you're also what the heck happened there? What is that? Oh, mushrooms are just spewing poison. I guess there's traps out here that do that. Wait, there's something up here. What's up here? Hello, mushrooms. Is that it? Oh god, help! Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Yes. Yes, so it's off the high cost. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a monster. The high cost is offset by the additional alenium and alien alloys you'll bring back with you for doing the missions. So, and because you really want as many alloys and what have you as you can possibly... Oh, help! You're reflective. Wow. Oh, I had this working on you as well. I thought this one comet killed him. Oh, I see you. That's my pet. Doesn't matter, you're dead. Is that it? I'm getting a little sleepy, but I think we can play for like another 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a session. Oh, hello, Wraiths.
Can't do that yet.
Nice. Wraiths are no powerful for the power of a stick that shoots lightning. No match. What was I talking about? Oh, the people, the second team. Yeah, so again, so you really want to do all the down missions you can, which is also great because they're really terrifying, and it really emphasizes that you should. It'd be like Darkest Dungeon, and but you can put up multiple people per week, and then I guess at the end of each week is when everyone spends their money, so it gives you more purchasing power because you're able to. Oh, I see you. Stay near them, Tim. Oh, God. Keep moving somewhat. Well, at least we have... Oh, God. I got poisoned again. I hate you so much. Artillery plants. Artillery flowers. Art flowers. We need more poison resistance. We're not going to make it through this. Okay, I think I'm done talking about that. So, what else was there? Oh, the economy and the game. They're basically the strategic layer, the choices you have to make in regards to spending your money and time in the game. It was really well done. Again, I really liked it. Of course, I did mod it to make it easier for me, though, because... Oh, God! That's the boss! Keep moving. Get your stuff going.
Can't do that yet.
That's a pretty neat little roll move you got, friend. Shame it didn't help you at all, though. Give me my bunch of yellow items. Oh, hello. What is that? What is that? Headed to the Royal Crown. Level 50. Oh, plus 30% to all damage? Let's think here. So, we lose energy regen. But we'd pick up more damage. We'd also lose the electrocute for it, though. We'll think about it. I think I already have one of them. Obviously not equipped, but I think I have one of them back in my stash. So, I really liked how you had to balance both. You had to balance paying your engineers, like the funding to get them, especially early game. But early game is when it was the most important. You had to balance how many engineers you wanted with the amount of resources you had that you could spend to build new things, Elenium and alien alloys, against what you wanted your engineers to be doing. So, for example, it was a nice balance of having enough engineers on payroll and using their time well enough to either create different vehicles, like aircraft to help you rule the skies, versus upgrading the gear of your troops, which you also wanted to do, because you didn't want to fall behind on the ground missions, or you would lose that, or you'd be too far behind on alien alloys and Elenium to continue to push forward to later aircraft to help you win. So you had to balance it all very, very well. Very, very closely. Same thing with scientists. More scientists means more research gets done, which means you can keep up or exceed the aliens in regards to making forces able to defeat them. But this was offset because, well, they were expensive. And in the early game, you're panicking because you don't have enough money to put armor on all your troops because you're worried about this so much. Hello. Laria.
I don't know who you are, but please leave.
What are you doing here? This is none of your concern. Fine. Looks like you're experimenting with ether. Yep, that looks 100% like ether to me. And your awesome-looking altar. That is a pretty awesome-looking altar, isn't it? You got screaming in the background and everything. Look at that. That is amazing. And the artwork in this game is incredible. Creative Entertainment's done a fantastic job. Is there any secrets in here before I simply leave? I know you don't like me running around your home, but I am totally doing it. Should have locked the door if you didn't want me getting in. Just saying. I guess she's useful later? So we'll find out later on what her deal is. Oh, ow! Ether damage. That is ether damage. Okay. Right. So... yes, so the engineering and sciencing in the game, the science was very well done to balance because you want to spend all your time doing the most efficient thing possible. And you had to make some really hard choices because that means spending a lot more money, which means your troops are a little weaker. Charge forward, Tim, not back. Charge forward, not back. Basically, when you damage these plants heavily, they'll send out a spew of poison and those globules. But, oh god, a trap! Is that a boss? Oh god, he has a lightning storm ability. I haven't seen that since, well, for some time. So how are we distracted? We're dying. Alright, we made it. Holy crap. Woo! That was really close. What do we pick up? We got a bunch of probably garbage. So another thing you had to do is obviously keep all the countries happy in the game on the strategic layer. Wow, we're getting less of empowered items. But I'll go back to the stash. And this was difficult to do because of the radar coverage. Even if you had some radar coverage over a place, you still had to be really careful. Because, well, not careful, but the aliens could go outside your radar, and then you lose where the aircraft was. You lose the tracking it. And this was frustrating because the aliens could be hitting North America by attacking Greenland all the time, which meant you had to sail out there outside your radar coverage anyway, or the tips to South America, or somewhere in Soviet Union that you didn't have radar coverage because Soviet Union is a massive amount of land. You got to have coverage over all of it, and so so. Even when you had all the radar coverage, you still had to panic until near the end of the game. Which also meant you had to balance. Oh, couldn't move forward, would be shot instead. Nice, stupid spike shell. Charge! Kill them. Oh, the plants are dead. Right, that's good. More of these Mistmire. Charge forward, Tim, not back. Oh god! Run! That's a lot of things. These are basilisks? I guess, can they stone you? I guess they must. Venom gaze is what it says, though. Oh, I can pick up... I have a vial already in my stash. That's interesting. I guess you can have one on you, one in your stash. Oh, I saw that. You have to kill him twice, Tim. The first time you killed him is when the flower activates in the center. Killing the basilisks. Awesome work. Hold on, I'm looking at my notes really quick. I think I covered the vast majority of it. I found it very entertaining. I was very glad to play through it. And I'm looking forward to the second one. Although I have not followed its development at all. I mostly don't follow the development of games anymore because, it's a lot of hype. I'll wait till the game comes out if I'm interested in it. Help! Trap! That was a trap. We'll come back for you. Maybe. Nice trap there, Mr. Krabs. Oh, Mr. Krabs? What is this, SpongeBob? Alright, so... Now, about the game, there were a few, how should I say, stickling points to it. And I modded the game to avoid these sticking points. Sticky points. Sticky points? Cons, basically, with the game. And so, one among them is the economy. So I like having a little bit more money at the start of the game, and then you lose that as the game goes on. And to that end... 1 second. We have lots of poison creatures. Got hit! Hit again, Tim, if you're careful. Okay, good. Holy crap. Oh, hello! There's a secret here. Look at hide from me, whatever you are. What's in here? The undergrowth. Oh, we left it. Apparently, we're not interested in it, I guess. Let's go back in. It wasn't really a big stickling point, but I wanted more money at the beginning of the game, so I could have... Oh, God.
That skill's not good.
A few more toys, as it were, in the beginning. And so, I lowered the cost of the aircraft's maintenance. The earlier aircraft cost half as much to maintain. And that begins to fall off as you... Well, they'll always be that cheaper. But you will need to produce better aircraft eventually. And those are more expensive. To make up for the fact that you should have the funds to actually be able to maintain them at that point. Psionics. So you don't get psionic abilities in Xenonauts. And the psionic abilities are incredibly powerful that the aliens have. If it wasn't for the Hold the Line mod, I'd probably have just not completed the game. It was that, I wouldn't say immersion breaking, but I hated them that much. It was one of those times where once I actually began getting affected by the more powerful psionic abilities, if I couldn't have disabled that, that would have been the end of the playlist right then. I'd be like, nah, it's too frustrating for me. It's not my cup of tea. More power to you, though, if you...
Can't do that yet.
Oh, God, you're gonna die, Tim. Yeah, use this to keep yourself alive. And get some distance. What the heck? Wow, they're really bombarding this place. Oh, wow, we killed one and it dropped a plant there. How about that? We should run up and kill the plants first, Tim. This area's secure. Careful of the plants you can't kill. Alright, what do we get here? We'll take a look at all the blue items. Actually, we should take a look at that now, because I'm going to do the vending off screen. Yeah, so Berserk and Mind Control. Berserk especially is very frustrating. It's very easy for the alien to get off on you. Your character, well, it's called hallucination. Your character will go berserk, thinking that he's surrounded by enemies, and shoot at your allies. This is going to be really frustrating, especially if the enemy that is hallucinated happens to be like your Rocketeer, who now fires his rocket and kills like 4 people that you had clustered together. So Kaizens are very dangerous in that regard.
Can't do that yet.
Same thing with Praetors, it's basically the ethereals of this game. Hello, plant. Oh, wow, we're going to be filled up on space. Let's do this. Run away. Another one of them. Hello.
That skill's not ready.
We can keep killing you. Oh, God, it teleports. Once. Is that it? Okay, we have to go and sell some stuff, everyone, first. Let's, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, we're back. We're going to probably clear up this cave system, however much is left here, and then we'll call the session at that point. So we got a devotion point, so let's go ahead and spend that. And I think we were heading up here to grab Blizzard. The other thing we could do is come down here for Ultos. I would need green and red for that, though. Oh, that's decent, actually, Quill. We gain a little bit of purple. Oh, which we don't need. We need green and red, Tim. Alright, let's... I'm going to put... How many points is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives me the 36. And it doesn't really get me closer to taking the storm. We'd have to take Fiend, but that gives me fire damage, which I'm not really interested in. Bat is not what I'm after either. Neither is Rat. This is basically all poison stuff. Okay. Why don't you grab Amatok after all? So we'll grab extra cold damage to start. Green and red. I'll look at this off screen and decide where those points need to go. Okay, let's clear this out. So yes, we were talking about psionic powers. Speaking of psionic powers, this one gets its own designation. Dread. Oh God, I freaking am not looking forward to that when that starts. Oh God, Tim, use your reflection here. We're gonna have to really fight down that somehow. Keep moving, don't stand still. I need to kill that stupid plant. Die already! Please die! So I don't worry about being artilleried anymore. Is that it? Nope, not all of you yet. Ah, we kill you and a plant shows up. How about that? We have another plant around here somewhere. Grab all this stuff and keep moving. Yeah, don't stop moving. Oh, wow, an exalted stash. That's a guaranteed blue, I think. Wow, this has been a really profitable cave. Kill it. Excellent work. What do we have here? We have Virulent Maw. This is like a necromancer thing that we acquire because of the plus to the stats it gives. Yeah, so Dread. I still don't know who thought it'd be fun to have an ability that makes it so that random characters seem to lose 1/3 of their TUs or more during a turn. I understand the theme, like it's thematic, maybe, it's the powerful fear that's being emanated, but God, it is so frustrating as a play mechanic, as a gameplay mechanic. It is annoying. Oh my goodness, there's nothing fun about it. Something I did in the later parts of the game was just avoid any other predators. It was just too tough. Well, tough is the wrong word. Frustrating, I think. Arguably, it is tough. It makes the game tougher. But I'd say, oh man, that was... Oh, hello. This is a boss room here. just stay here for a tiny bit. Wait. No, we're not. Regenerate some of your life. All right, charge up there. Oh, this is awesome. Glad I drank a venom ointment before we started this battle. Nice, and we still won. So many others something was the achievement. Let it be known I have not in fact done this yet. Oh, just a bunch of yellow stuff. So the cave had there's also a chest, and it had a whatchamacallit in this as well, Tim, so you shouldn't complain too much. And the final thing, which is really frustrating. Oh, hey, that's the effect from my whatchamacallit. That is devastation going off, I think. Desolation. So the last thing I like to quickly mention about it, and then we're done with this episode about Xenonauts, is Reapers inside the UFO. Like, come on, like waiting around the corner so that they're gonna pop out and kill you, get guaranteed insta death. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating. I am not looking forward to Dread and Reapers inside the UFOs this time through. I'm currently playing through the game again. That is no, that is not a very fun thing, unfortunately. But whatever, we'll have to deal with it when we finally get there. All right, everyone, that is probably gonna do it for us. Thank you guys for watching.
Put it to good use.
And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.